Alright, what is up guys? Play to Earn Gamer here. Yesterday I was browsing the internet and I came across this article titled Patching SLP till Battles V2. What the guy was talking about here in this article is ways that the Axieinfinity developers can follow in order for them to fix the current SLP problems that we're having right now. So in this screenshot, he says there's roughly 22.8 billion SLP in circulation. Axie has close to 3 million daily active users. SLP has 1.5 million total holders, and AXS, which is the Axieinfinity token, has 160,000 holders. Currently, there's around 20,000 new Axies being bred every day, and 250 million SLPs being minted per day, and under 50 million SLP being burned per day. So as you can see from this screenshot, there's an excess of 200 million SLPs that is being minted and not being burnt at all. This is the SLP minted versus burnt chart. The red one is the amount of SLP that has been minted, and then the yellow one is the amount of SLPs that is being burnt. As you can see, this huge spike is from the November 4th when the Axieinfinity developers launched Katana Dex. So moving on, he says at the current inflation of 200 million SLPs per day, we'll have to constantly breed 100,000 Axies per day just to balance inflation. He says that from all the recent interviews, Twitter spaces and talks with the Axie team have listened to, trying to balance the current economy is not the goal, since Battles V2 is going to be a game changer with all 6 Axie parts being used and new mechanics. The game is going to change drastically. So basically what he's saying here is that the developers don't really care about the current gameplay right now. They just want to focus on Battles V2 and what's to come next in the future. So right now, with what he says here, 6 Axie parts being used means that you'll be able to use the eyes and ears of your Axies, not just the horn, back, tail, and the mouth cards that we're only able to use now. So encouraging massive breeding now will only compound the problem when V2 launches, with guilds having to completely reduce teams. So what he's saying here is that guilds will have to reduce their teams because the current method would change and people will start selling their current Axies in order for them to buy the new meta Axies. Battles V2 is going to open the door to more SLP burn mechanisms, along with a clearer vision of what Axie gameplay will be like in the long term. So he says, what do we do till then? The answer is complex and really depends on how long till Battles V2 is released. With 22 billion SLP in circulating and 200 million excess SLP per day being generated, that puts us at 0.9% inflation rate. This is going to add up quickly over 1 month. That's 6 billion additional SLP per month. So let's say, for example, the Axieinfinity developers don't release Battles V2 till the next 3 months, would have an excess of 18 billion SLP more that is circulating, which will dump the SLP price down even further. So he says, I've come to the conclusion that the only way to meaningfully reduce this number is to reduce SLP insurers. This will impact everyone. I've seen just about every idea out there to burn SLP. However, most ideas require certain parties to bear the economic burden. Assume user behavior will stay the same after a tax/microtransaction is added. So what he's saying here is that the Axieinfinity team should just reduce the amount of SLP that is being rewarded to people in the current gameplay. So he says marketplace fee burn example. So we'll take one popular SLP burn example of using a fraction of market fees, which is the 4.25% that you pay when you want to sell an Axie, and its effects on current inflation. So there's a $391.4 million 30-day market volume in the Axieinfinity marketplace, and $16.6 million of that money goes to the Axieinfinity treasury. That's $554,000 per day going to the Axieinfinity treasury. If we use 25% of that, that will be $138,000 that is going to be used to buy SLP and then burn that SLP. If we're inflating 200 million SLP per day, that's $6 million of inflation value per day. 138k per day is a drop in the bucket and has hardly any impact. Even using 100% of the fee doesn't do much. So if we follow this strategy of using the 4.25% marketplace treasury and buying SLP in order for us to be able to burn the SLP, it still won't work. So how do we reduce SLP issuance? I propose two levers that are reducing SLP earned mostly at the higher MMR ratings and using AXS as an arena reward at higher MMR. Using AXS as a reward at higher MMR will lessen the load on SLP but also distribute AXS to a broader user base, which is necessary for governance and decentralization. AXS staking rewards could be relocated to help this distribution effort. So basically what he's saying here is that the developers should reduce the amount of SLPs that is being given to the higher MMRs, because if you're at 2200 MMR plus, you'll be getting 21 SLP per win, and if you're at 1200 or 1100, you'll be getting like 3 to 6 SLP per win. So if you're at the higher MMR, you make 10 times more than a person that is in the lower MMR. So the level one is to reduce total SLP earned by 10 to 15%, more focused at the higher MMR. This will be through the adventure and arena SLP reduction. Players below 1300 MMR would see minimal impact because they earn less SLP. So if you reduce 10 to 15% of their arena rewards, you're literally just killing them. Level 2, replace 10 to 15% total SLP earned by higher MMR players with AXS rewards. Combined, the goal will be to reduce SLP issuance by 50 to 75 million SLP per day. This is the proposal here. The current system that we're using currently, if you're under 800 MMR to 1000 MMR, you will get 1 SLP per win, and there's 556,000 players that are from 800 MMR to the 1000 MMR rank. The 1000 to 1.1k MMR, there's 324,000 players there. From 1.1k to 1.3k, there's 741,000 players there. That is where most of the players are at. And then from 1.3k to 1.4k, there's about 431,000 players there as well. 1.5 to 1.8k, there's 387 players there. And then from 1.8k MMR to 2k MMR, there's only 100,000 players there. 2000 to 2.2k MMR, there's 44,000, and 2.2k plus MMR, there's only 27,000 players there. And the average earnings that the players in the 2.2k MMR on a rank make is 600 SLP per day, and the average that a person that is in the 800 to 1k MMR rank make is 79 SLP per day. So that's like almost 10 times the amount of SLP that a player that is in the top ranking make. So that would be unfair if they reduce the amount of SLP that a player in the lower MMR rank makes. But if they reduce the SLP that a player in the higher MMR rank make, that will stabilize everything. So this is the new proposal system here. So the from 1.3k to 2.2k will start earning AXS instead of SLP. That would reduce the amount of SLP that is being created every day, and thus will reduce the amount of SLPs that is being minted every single day. So this is the impact that it will have in the current game. So that will really help a lot if the Axieinfinity developers would implement this. It would strongly help out the community, but I don't think they would likely do that. So he says here above is the proposal that would reduce SLP emissions by 66 million per day, or 2 billion SLP less per month. AXS would be used as an arena award for wins above 1300 MMR. And as of 12/21st, 2021, this would get AXS into the hands of nearly 1 million Axie users. So this whole new system would help the game get more people to hold AXS and also reduce the amount of SLP that is being minted every day. So to be honest, if the Axieinfinity developers will really use this person strategy, I think it will help us for now in the short term before Battles V2 actually come out. So this is it for this video, guys. I just wanted to update you guys and show you guys what I just saw, because this guy is really smart. What he has thought of is really incredible. The name of the guy is Joshua there, and again, I would leave the link to this article in the description below if you want to check it out and understand it more better. And then with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.